Alright, so I'm just about to finish up a shaper run. I've done fucking God knows. Oh! Off screen, sneaky little fucker. How many of these I've done? Maybe 30, 40 at this point. So I'm definitely way up there in the shaper kill count this week alone. But this one's coming to an end in a second. This run got a little bit sloppy at the end, but I was trying to do commentary at some point, so it's a moot point. Anyway, there's a flask, so that's not great, but didn't get a shaper touched item. And the flask will probably sell for exalted or close to it. Now, if you look at the cost of shaper sets, and we'll go over this in 2 seconds here, basically it's 45 to 50C for one shaper set. If you get the gloves, it's worthless. If you get the boots, it's worthless. Flask is about an exalted, so it basically pays for 2 sets. And Starforge is about 3.5, 4x, so that pays for 8 runs, 8 sets, if not more. And then also, he has a chance of dropping shaped items. They'll be i86, like this. I sold a sword like this earlier for 3x. It was a better base, but yeah, i86 shaped items is what you want to get. And again, the flasks are kind of whatever. My build now is War Chief 100%. I've had to swap around some gear, sell some shit, move some shit around. And basically, as far as currency-wise and what we're making, there's one more investment we've made on the Rags2Riches account, and that is we purchased our first supporter pack. Yeah, it's the Abyssal Lich supporter pack. So it was 60 bucks. I didn't really spend any of the points we've gotten aside from I bought a map tab. That was like the account's big purchase. So now in total we've spent, I think, 80 bucks on the account, and we've had it for months. So I would say it's probably in line. It's the Christmas season. It's a Christmas present. And what we did was we bought another tab, and then we bought upgrade another tab, and we bought a map tab. Map tab is pretty cool. We just upgraded a sell tab. We've got more stuff to sell. We're doing more stuff, and then we have a little bit more wiggle room for some shit. And as far as the sales have gone, again, you can always check the spreadsheets. You can see what I'm selling and how much I'm selling it for. A lot of our currency has been sunk into a very awkward situation, and that is chromatics. We've purchased, this is actually 4 more of this, 4 exalted. We spent 10x buying chromatics, trying to color a Uriel's Fostering, which is a real fucking unfortunate situation. So that's just 10x gone. Didn't even get the color if you wanted. You wanted 4 green or 4 red, 1 blue, 1 green. Just couldn't get it. We've been pretty much losing money on the shaper sets. Haven't gotten a sword drop, period. We've been losing money just on chromatics, and we've been losing money rolling maps and doing map shit because it costs a lot just to fill out our atlas. Since we had old maps and we already had a partially filled out atlas, we can only really use new maps. So we're 125 out of 157. We did one Elder run, and you would have seen that on stream if you watched. The whole system with this, as far as profit goes, is pretty straightforward. You fill out your atlas 100%. So 157 out of 157 ideally. That is what I'm going to be going for. Shaping maps, there's no real shape strats anymore in my opinion. It's just better to fill them out because you don't know what maps you're going to have to do for Elder and Shaper. The way this works is pretty simple. Little Shaper things will pop up in the maps. Star means a Shaper, Tentacle means Elder. You just run the highest one you have, your Shaper maps, and eventually Elder will pop up. This shit will pop up. It'll just be 1 map at first, maybe 2, maybe 3. And then what you want to do is you have to do bordering maps that are shaped. So you see how this is connected here? This is a bordering map. This is connected bordering map, bordering map, bordering map, bordering map, not bordering. So if I were to do these, I don't think it would spread the Elder. But yeah, I could just run this like T13 shaped courtyard, and this will mean I will be getting potential shaped items, and we'll spread the Elder. You do the Elder enough, eventually 4 little guardians pop up. They kind of look like Oba's picture, but they'll stake their claim on the maps. You do the 4 guardians, you do Elder, and then you get an Elder item. And my Elder item was in Presence. It's probably the best drop, I would say. It has some value at the moment. A lot of people are doing Elder, so it's If you sold it day 1 or 2, they were like 20x, but now they're like an exalted if some change, so it's not super profitable. The real profit is getting the bases. These items are crazy. There's 7 links, 8 links. They have super unique things, and really they only really sell in standard. The big boy ones will sell if they're i86. The Elder, to be i86, you pretty much have to work it so you drag the Elder along like I would do Overgrown Shrine, and then hopefully we'll go to Desert Springs and I can kind of drag it towards the Guardians and towards the T15s. But to get i86, I pretty much have to get the stuff out of an i85 box because I have to get plus levels. So it's really hard to get high tier Elder items. So if you're looking for i86 items, just fucking run Shaper. I mean, it's just the easiest way to get shaped items, in my opinion, because the ones that only really matter are i86. So as far as investments goes, since 3.0 to 3.1, I haven't really made any money. I've just been doing Atlas, like I told you. And I honestly, I want to run all these maps, but I'm playing a bossing build, which is Facebreaker War Chief. It's fine. I crafted some like mid-tier steel rings. This one I bought. It was like close to 35C, and it has a legacy ES mod, but I'm just gonna remove it. It doesn't even matter. This one I made myself with a essence. Was pretty good. Again, room for improvement. They both are. My boots are still the same sexy boots I bought a while ago. Great Old One's Ward. I don't really want to buy 2 Kahamas. It's pretty expensive. Some random fucking Abyssus. And Headhunter, which is like, this isn't the greatest Headhunter builds in general. Sin's Rebirth cost me like 4 or 5x. Something like that. And then Taste was a couple x too. So yeah, but these are like stuff like Sin's Rebirth and Taste I don't mind buying because it doesn't really matter. Like the investment wise, it's not as niche. If I were to buy 2 Kahamas for, you know, 9, 10x, it's really only used for like one of 2 builds. Any build that's running Flasks, that's a Fizz build is running Sin's Rebirth, same with Taste. So these are better investments as far as the count's concerned. And I bought a bunch of Chimera maps because, as you can see, I still have a lot of Shaper to run, and I even have more sets of here, and I'm probably gonna get more from doing these Chimeras. And so it's not a bad investment just to run these. Plus, I've been doing these Gracia Master Seeks combo. If you don't know what that is, you should watch. Empyrean did a video about getting your Zana really fast up. But essentially, you just put a Master Seeks on, run your T15s, T16s, and then eventually it'll proc. When it does proc, you do your mission before handing it in, put your Gracious Master, and you're getting triple experience on triple experience in the highest Zana tier area. So it's really easy way to power level your Zana. Mine's just 7, but I think I want to get her to 8 just so I can do Breach if I needed to, but more that I'm not really doing any of the masters but Zana. When I finish my Atlas and when I finish kind of doing Shaper, like when I just get tired of it, or when I run all my Guardians, run all my Shaper, do all my bossing, and then I eventually I'm gonna try to you know, push for what the fuck is doing this? Push for higher levels, and then I'll swap to a mapping build. I don't know what the mapping build is. I'm not even sure if I'll do it on this account, this character. I might re-roll. Re-rolling is definitely a possibility. I'm super keen on it, but it'll go really fast, especially if I have maps laid out. You pretty much just get to 1 to 90 in like a day anyway, if you have it all planned out. So I kind of want to wait till the field settles a little bit in 3.1. We know what, like, hey, this is the OP mapping. Like, I can always go Wind Ripper, Raider. Jesus, you want to real make profit? Maps in standard right now, new maps, because it has to be new maps for the Atlas, are so fucking expensive. Some of these, I've been paying arm and a leg for a lot of these maps. 9C for a T12. Like, it's honestly outrageous. So you don't make profit in standard, just fucking sell maps right now. You could sell it, you know, tier 10 plus, minimum 5C. Minimum 5C a map. Alright, let's see if the Master Seeks procs here. It did. Alright, cool. So we could bring our Gracious Master with us. We could also just quickly seek right here. Twice enchanted, seal that. Not sell, seal. Okay, there's 15C. I'm breathing Queen 4, gotta run that. We'll do that after the map though. Oh, look at that, see Gracious Master. This is why you always fucking seek before you, if you know I know I could have just run that and breathing Queen 4 real quick, open up a slot for Gracious Master if I had to, but fuck, it happens, man. Sometimes you just get it. It's like you nut, but you keeps on sucking. Vertex for 5C. Do you know what's ridiculous? I've sold I think 3 or 4 Vertexes in the past couple of days. 5C. That's literally the cost of Vertex at the moment. How ridiculous! That's from the hardest content in the game. 5C item. Oh, there's that Dying Sun gonna sell. It's the guy that wanted to sell. He's offering 106C. This is like a straight lesson. Even if you offered 100C, which is less than a Chaos, or less than Exalted, if you could sell something for just close to what it's worth, sell it now. Don't sit on things and be like, no, I wish I'll wait a week and I'll get 5% more. Unless you know for a fact this shit's spiking, this shit's going legacy, this shit's in the middle of a bubble, it's time to flip it, something like that. Push it now. Guess what? I was gonna make a Rags2Riches video about jewel crafting. What happened a couple of days later? Abyssal jewels were announced. Jewels are worthless if they're not Abyssal jewels in League at the moment. Abyssal jewels might not be added to the core game. Don't know. So that's too volatile a market to fuck with at the moment. You just have to kind of wait and see in that scenario, because they've blown the price of jewels out of the water. The only jewels that are worth anything are triple, like, multi-jewels, and the odds of you crafting one of those is extremely slim in how much currency it's going to take to sink into this. So when it comes to crafting for profit, just don't do it. You can get lucky. You could alch a 6 T1 item and fucking be a god, but the odds are not in your favor. Just don't do it. Okay, so I just finished our Zana, and before, I mean, this is the time. Jesus, who are you? This is the time where you would sock it in your gracious master, and now when I talk to her, it's you know, double, or it's triple, then triple again. So that's why I kind of got like maybe 12% of a bar just from that. So you can actually see it's quite quick to level up your Zana from 7 to 8 if you do it with this method. And Sextants, I don't even know what to fucking do with those yet. I'll figure that out. I have so many from just the Shula runs and just the Guardians and all that stuff, but I don't really know what to invest in. Just look at this for 2 seconds. Desert Spring map is 28C at the moment, and I'll tell you why. For a couple reasons. Mainly, it didn't exist before, and if you were to do your Guardians, if you had a complete empty atlas and you do your Guardians, it picks the quickest route from tier 1 to tier 16. That route does not include Desert Springs, and it has the new soul of Shikari on it, which is where the fuck is it? The Scorpion boss, immune to poison. People are using this for PvP, so this is just like, it's expensive. I don't even know why. It's just expensive. Just to show you that my filter is working, I'm just getting very unlucky. These are what they look like when they're on the ground. You can see the little symbol next to them also, but they're, yeah, Shapered Elder Items will show up. I am just very unlucky at the moment. Alright, cemetery mapping, breathing Queen 5. This is why, I mean, amidst everything else, I keep saying, you know, you go back to the old episodes of Rags2Riches, and even though I'm doing stuff that's way more advanced than I did back then, that doesn't mean you stop doing everything you did to get where we are today. I'm not doing Chaos Recipe anymore. That's a little bit slow. I'm not, you know, flipping 1C items and 10C items. That's a little bit slow. But prophecies are something you do throughout and, you know, forever. The money's just too good. It's just free money. It really is free money. It's free experience. It's free master rep. It's just fucking free pretty much. It pays for itself. There's no reason not to do it. Alright, so another Pale Court achieved. Now I could sell this or I could run this, but same thing when I get like Putrid Cloisters, I just like to run them. They're 70C for a Pale Court at the moment, so it doesn't feel so bad to lose one. Still have to get boots or chest to make any sort of money back, but it's a lot easier to do this with this build than it was with my previous build, thankfully. The odds of me dying feels pretty low here. Moment of truth. Boots, not bad. Boots are not bad, I don't think. Yeah, they're still a solid 2 exalted. So that's good. Yeah, I basically made an X and some change off that. So it's 50-50 to... I'm sure it's weighted, but yeah, boots are pretty good. Well, either way, guys, I'm just going to keep making sales. I'm going to keep kind of doing what I've been doing. Now, we're going to try to do... finish out our Atlas by the time we have next episode in like a week or so. We'll have the Atlas done, and hopefully we'll have an i86 nice Shaper base, or nice Elder base that we could show off, and potentially do some big boy crafting on as part of our first crafting project in Rags2Riches. I'll have enough Exalted. I'll probably have like 30 something Exalted the next episode at least, just from the sales we can be making. And I do have a lot of Shaper sets to run. I'm almost positive I will relevel a character now, a new character, just so I can literally just to run this whole tab of old maps, because I refuse to map on this War Chief guy really any longer. It's just fucking miserable. But I do have, this guy's gonna stay where he is. He's gonna stay together. He's gonna be the bossing man. He's the boss guy. And I have tons and tons and tons of Shaper sets I still have to run, tons of Guardian maps. All the Guardian maps will go to this guy. All the Shaper sets will go to this guy. All the Elder fights go to this guy. Any mapping will be on our mapping character, which I don't know what the character is yet, but I have some gear to use, some stuff to sell. So yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm at Lighty, and I will see you guys next episode of Rags2Riches. And if you have any questions, as always, free to ask me. And don't forget to check the Google document to see what sales I am making if you are curious to what things are selling or buying for. So I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.